My name is LaSaundra Booth, and I am the Executive Director and founder of the Wake Forest Community Youth Orchestra. We want to thank you all so much for opening up your homes and for coming to attend our summer concert series. We have two wonderful students who are going to welcome you, but before they do, we have a few people who we need to thank. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who is in our audience today. Thank you so much for your energy, for your beautiful smiles, and just for your warm presence. This is going to be a wonderful event. We also want to thank every single supporter who have donated, whether you're with your resources financially or with your time, or just sending us an email telling us that you appreciate the job that we're doing in our community. So thank you. We also have some major sponsors who helped us to bring Tutti back to the rural communities. The word Tutti, T-U-T-T-I, is not only my nickname, but it means to bring together again. And we were shut out because of the pandemic. We were isolated. We were in our homes. So what this concert is all about, it's all about bringing Tutti, or togetherness, back to our rural communities. And we were able to do that thanks to generous supporters like you and to major supporters as the WCPE Fund with Dan Hugh and the Classical Radio Station. We also want to thank Dr. Randy Bridges, who is the senior pastor here at Roseville Baptist Church, and their phenomenal minister of music, Minister Brett Pardue. We have a wonderful surprise for you, so if you three wouldn't mind coming up, our board members would like to show our appreciation. We couldn't pay you for your wonderful kindness, but we have some wonderful WFCYO merchandise. A la bag. And with the bag, you can put your little water in there. You can fit a basketball in here.
Or a Bible.
Or a Bible, hallelujah. You can fit the word, that's right. Okay, so we have a wonderful token of our appreciation that our board members would like to give you. And if you would want one, you can get one for the wonderful, generous donation of like $25, but any donation in any amount will help us. But we do have, if you would like to support us by getting a WFCYO bag, it says Wake Forest Community Youth Orchestra. But to our community partners, we say thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we appreciate you allowing us to rent this space as well as to provide Tutti in the rural communities. Thank you. We have our wonderful students here who would like to bring you a greeting. First, we have beautiful Scarlett, and she's going to say the welcome in Spanish. You got there, go ahead.
Okay. Me llamo Scarlett. Hola.
Okay. And now, Miss Olivia in English.
Hello, my name is Olivia, and I hope you enjoy this concert.
Program is printed, beginning with our wonderful beginning orchestra students. Our beginning orchestra students, get this, have only been playing for 6 weeks. Only 6 weeks. So in 6 weeks, they have learned how to hold the instrument, how to play with the bow, how to put fingers down, how to read notation on stage, and to challenge themselves, they memorized all of their music. So I won't read all the selections to you because you have a program, but we'll start with our first selection. are in a clapping kind of mood. Okay? You're in a clapping kind of mood. That means you're ready to participate. Did you see on the paper where it say audience sing along? Oh, now you're gonna look. Yeah, it's there. It's there. And so what I need you to do, you can feel when people like, what's she about to ask me to do? You can feel the draw. You can feel we call that a pull in the spirit. You can feel that. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to sing. And if you can say, look, come on, that's it. That's my family right there. I'm gonna ask you to sing. She is ready. I'm gonna ask you to stomp. And I'm gonna ask you to clap on beat. Okay, yes, I'm gonna ask you to do all of that to the tune "We Will Rock You." You know it, right? At home, you know it, right? At least I hope you do. If you don't know it, I'm sorry you didn't have TV growing up. Okay, so what I'm gonna need you to do is you're gonna do the right. Come on, let's do it. Come on. All right, and let me say, we will. Okay. Wait. That was like too cute. Y'all trying to be like, okay, I can't do it too loud because at work, they might see me. And come on, y'all. It's for the children. It's for the youth. So I want you to give me some more energy. Come on now. 5, 6. Okay, hold on. 5, 6. Stomp, clap. Let's go. Come on, I can hear you at home. Let's do it. 1, 2. Let me hear you say it. Go. Okay, let's pick one note. Go. Okay, now wait for the verse. And a I'm kicking your kid all over the place. Say, I hope you're smiling at home. Okay, all right, so we got it. Now, that was a good first time. Now let's get in the right key. Tanya, give me a G. Give me a G. No, the third finger. We were close, but we need to be right there. Okay, come on now. Okay, that's it. So y'all got it. Let's just try that chord. Ready? Go. We will. Okay, all right, that's it. So we can match pitch. Very good. Okay, now we have some soloists, okay? And I want to recognize our peer coaches. So we have Grace Wagner, who is a singer in high school. She's been with us for a little while. She has helped all 6 weeks to help our youth in the beginning class. Not only her, we have Kaden Parker, who's a violist in our advanced orchestra, and Aiden Shelton, who's also an advanced cellist and our resident composer. You're gonna hear a piece later today from him. So we wanna acknowledge our peer coaches who've been back. So our soloists today will be the solos, and here's how it's gonna work. You're gonna do the stomp, clap, but you can only do it 2 times. Do it 2 times, and then we're gonna have the verses. The people that's doing soloists, come on. The people that's doing the solos, they're gonna stand up, okay? And 2 of them belong to me. They are my children, but I shall not point them out because they don't like that. Okay, so they're gonna play the solo, but you're gonna do the stomp, clap. Now you just keep that stomp going the whole time, okay? Let's make some magic. You didn't know you was gonna have to work today. All right, but I got a lollipop for you. Everybody to help. We got to get your lollipop at the end. Okay, here we go. 5. Come on, y'all. Let's go. 1. At home, let me hear you. Go. We will rock you. Keep it going. Let's go. We will rock you. Let's hear the stage. You didn't know you were going to have this much fun. So we want to thank you very much. We want to thank you all so much for coming. I'll tell you a little bit about how the Wake Forest Community Youth Orchestra got started. In 2013, I was the music teacher at Wake Forest Middle School, and basically I was told the band has 100 kids, the orchestra has 70 kids. I'm going to give the months of employment to the band. And I said, well, what are these 70 students? I grew the program from 7 students in 2010 to over 70 students by 2013. And I said, well, what are these students going to do? Many of them lived in our community. They were using a school-owned instrument. And I was just like, no, we're not going out like this. So I said, okay, if the public schools are going to cut the only outlet for many of our students, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to take $2,000 out of my own personal savings, and I'm going to start the Wake Forest Community Youth Orchestra. And so that's exactly what I did. I spent that $2,000, I bought all the instruments, and I had one child that showed up. And the parents said, well, LaSaundra, I'm so impressed with, with your passion and energy, but we totally understand if you want to cancel this. I said, no, ma'am. I said, if I have one child, I'm gonna teach that one child like I have 100 students, because I know what I've been called to do. Thank you. And today, not only do we have one, but by that fall we grew to 36. And then we started expanding and expanding and expanding. And then that 36 has grown now, well, before the pandemic, to 350 students, all at the same time. Thank you. And it has grown across 3 counties. So that's what we do. We serve rural and under-resourced communities in the rural parts of Wake County. So that's Wake Forest, Roseville, and Zebulon, as well as Franklin County. We thank the Franklin County Arts Council for being here. So we serve Lewisburg and Youngsville. And then Vance County, we serve all 10 elementary schools in Vance County, in Henderson, North Carolina. And we do that with the support of people like you. So in your programs, don't just throw that little piece of paper away. It's an envelope, and you got in here free. We provide all the instruments that students need are provided free. So if you want to partner with us, we can't do it alone. If I could do it alone, then that means my vision isn't big enough, right? I learned that, right? But we need partners. We need people like you so that we can continue to grow and build. Because we don't know, we might have the next Randall Gooseby, the next Pavarotti. I know that's like a singer, but we might have the next big store, the next Tiger Figueroa Butler Figueroa. We might have that on this stage, but regardless, we know that every child here is special and all students deserve music education. So I hope I've talked enough to get the students up here. All right, and we will move forward with our program as printed.
Okay, this group is our Dodge Show Quartet, and I'm Miss Suggs. I'm the other director, and these students are coming from the Continuing Strings group. We have one member that's not able to be here today. That was Anna Durant. So we are missing one student, but we move forward even when last-minute emergencies come up. These students have been playing for at least 2 years or more, and they are coming from various grades and experiences. And they're going to play Sonatina from Beethoven, and we hope you enjoy it. These students, how many, raise your hand, this is your first time playing strings in a small group for the first time? All three of them. They've not really done this, so this is a big thing for them. So. We're going to transition to the advanced ensemble. And the conductor for the advanced ensemble will be Mr. Jesse Suggs. And as that group is coming up, this is a group of students who have various experiences as well. And they are different grade levels, middle school, high school, and they're going to be playing 2 selections for you. And Mr. Jesse Suggs will come and conduct these students.
Incidentally, that last selection that you heard was just one movement of a symphony written by a very well-known and very accomplished African-American composer at that time. He was unfairly called a black Beethoven, but that didn't do much for Beethoven, it didn't do much for him. So he was an outstanding violinist, composer. He wrote symphonies, wrote operas, and he spent most of his career in France.
We are so grateful again to have you all here. We're going to start the second half of our program. This year has been a wonderful year of great surprises and great partnerships. And today we get to highlight a partnership with the Community Music School of Raleigh. We are so grateful to have their executive director here. She's in the back. Hey, Melanie. And we are also glad to have one of their just phenomenal students to join us here on stage today. His name is Gabriel Bravo, and I'll let him, there's gonna be a slight change in the pieces that he's gonna play, and I'll let him announce those. So without further ado, we'll start our second half of the program with Gabriel Bravo.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will start off playing the Cavatina. It's a Spanish song written by Joaquin Raff. It's one of my special songs, and I really like it. So I hope you enjoy it. For my second piece and last piece, I will be playing the meditation from Thais. And it's a very special song for me, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.
strings mixed with the advanced strings. And our first piece is Wood Splitter. And the story is that the composer said he wrote this after he went to a concert and he saw a student who, I think they were reaching for something, and their viola fell on the floor and it split. And so, and she just was so cool about it that she waited for everybody to finish the piece, but she kept her calm, even though her instrument had split up the tailpiece of the instrument, but her resolve to keep going and just stay calm and move, be calm and move forward, and things happen sometimes. And so he wrote this piece based on that. So this is called Wood Splitter Fanfare. Next piece is Conquistador, and Conquistador is concerning Spanish explorers. So as you listen to the piece, you can hear as someone would discover new territory or new lands, or just the whole aura of that. You can actually hear it in the music. So we hope you like Conquistador. a student composer. Aiden Shelton. Aiden wrote this piece, and he worked with one of our guest composers, Enoch Robbins, and he wrote this piece, and he said that, oh, I will let him tell you about his own piece.
So I remember when I was a young kid, I wanted to make music, so that's how I got into the orchestra. And as we progressed, I started playing the cello, I started getting good at it, and I'm like, I sort of want to branch off for something. So around this time, we were doing some sort of song, was it Variations on Can-Can or something? Yeah, Variations on Can-Can. And we were working with Enoch Robbins, who's our arranger for the theme. So I met him, I told him, hey, maybe we should do like some electronic music, maybe we should like combine themes together, like orchestra, electronic, you know. Well, let's see what happens when we mix the two together, and this is what happens. So you're about to find out.
Coming out because we knew you could have been at the beach anywhere and doing anything today. But thank you for coming out and supporting the students and the 6 weeks that we've been here with all three groups. We really appreciate it. And I'll just say, if you can continue to support your arts as much as possible. Dr. Booth has her story. I know when I first got in the county, I was at an elementary school that had a magnet. I mean, they had French and Spanish and band and orchestra and all these things. And then all of a sudden it was pulled, and those kids there was no outlet. It became a regular elementary school, and it did not offer those orchestra and band. And I think that, that young age is where, so many kids can grab onto something. And so we both have our story of just how that could be just taken away all of a sudden. But she started this organization, and now it's an outlet, creating an outlet for students who would not normally be able to take that in school. So there is one thing, excuse me, that we like to give Dr. Booth. Everybody knows that Dr. Booth, come on up. We know that Dr. Booth is just tirelessly working for this organization. I mean, she gives 150% And I'm not lying when I say that. I mean, she just is coming from her heart. And so we want to present, and everybody knows that here, right? Everybody on stage? You all know that. We feel the love every day that she comes in. I don't care what's going on. It could be raining jelly beans out the sky, or it could be raining, just crazy, just all kind of chaos outside. But she comes in here like it is the best thing since sliced bread. Okay, so we just want to present her, and it says, presented to Dr. LaSaundra Booth, thank you for your excellent service, dedication, vision, and spirit to the Wake Forest Community Youth Orchestra, July 27th. We certainly appreciate everything that you do, everything that you do.
And I couldn't do it without wonderful staff, wonderful board members. Y'all didn't know this, but Mr. Jason Suggs, not only is he our board chair, but he was also my high school orchestra teacher. And he lives in Greensboro, North Carolina, and comes and and his beautiful wife, they come back and they give. So I learned service from watching him. And so I'm honored that he is a part. Don't start crying, because it's gonna make me cry. I want to look cute on camera. But he gives of his service, and everything I've learned from watching him and watching his beautiful wife, Jeanette Suggs. And I couldn't do it without all of you parents. All of you parents, each of you have meant so much to me. Your children mean so much to me. So I want to thank you again so much for coming to our concert this evening. I appreciate you. I know we're about 8 minutes over. Thank you so much to our partners, the classical music station, WCPE, to the community music school, to all of our officials, to Jim with RPM Media, to Kelvin Owens, our photographer. Look, we got security. Did you feel secure and safe on here today? We got Tri-Metro security watching us today. You know, I got my concealed and carry permit, but I was like, I can't, knock nobody out and play the cello. We gotta get some security. So we have a security team, but all of the and wonderful volunteers. And I'm gonna quit talking, but I just want to thank you all so much for. I know y'all ready to eat. Did you?
I know. I'll be really quick. I won't talk
Okay.
long. I don't have that much to say. It's okay. Okay, so Ms. Suggs. Okay, so I know Ms. Suggs said a lot of very nice things about Dr. Booth, but we could not do this without Ms. Suggs. She is. Board of Directors, presented to Tanya Nicole Suggs, Artistic Director and Teacher, Wake Forest Community Orchestra, for steadfast commitment, constant encouragement, adaptive quality instruction, dedication, and experienced positive vision, July 27, 2021.
Deserved. I don't know of another person that gives 110. Not only is she our, the hair commercials when you're going bald, they're like, no, not only am I the president, but I'm a client. I'm a client of her. My children take private lessons with her, and they've gotten so good because of her. So I just want to thank her for all that you do. And I want to thank all of you. Now that you're in the spirit, we're in the spirit of giving, you might as well drop something in that envelope, something financial, in any amount where it goes right back to this organization. Y'all, saints of the Lord. Saints of the Lord.
Well, it's been said that everybody wants to have their cake and eat it too.
Take your time.
This is a very unique position to watch your daughter started playing when she was 8 to this point, and to watch Dr. Booth, who played first chair cello at Smith High School in Greensboro. And I never thought, she was very talented. She made All-State, All-County, all of that. But I never expected so much from her. So you should know what a a blessing she is for us, she has written all of our grant money. And many of you probably know, when an organization gets up to this point, they hire somebody to write grants. And then when that grant comes through, the writer gets a percentage of whatever the grant is. Did you know that? Don't get any ideas. LaSaundra, I think I'm correct, has gotten every grant that she wrote except for one. And the only reason we didn't get that one, it was in the megabucks. And we're growing still. But this year she wrote a grant and got $25,000. She wrote another grant, $4,200. We get it all. Like the commercial says, you get it all. She doesn't ask for a percentage. She writes these grants just for the kids. And you know, it says, give and it shall be given unto you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. She started out with $2,000 giving, and look how much she has given to so many to this point. This is long overdue. It says, presented to Dr. LaSaundra Booth, founder and CEO of the Wake Forest Community Youth Orchestra, in honor and appreciation for your 7 years of unparalleled vision, unsurpassed instruction, passion, and exuberant leadership. Yeah. July 27, 2021, presented by the Wake Forest Community Youth Orchestra Board.
As I mentioned, a great teacher can change your life. And that's what Mr. Suggs and his wife has done for me. And I'm so thankful to be here with you. I'm so grateful that you have allowed me to come into your homes to teach your children. It's nothing that I love doing more than teaching the youth in our community. So with that said, we thank you who have come in the building. We thank you to those who are watching near and far. We are so grateful for your presence, and your donations in any amount is tax deductible. Go to www.wfcyo.org. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great evening.